GM, and welcome to a first video. Today we're going to be doing an example run of a hard mode tobs 4's GM time. So right now I'm just doing my pre-pots. POV will be from the melee freeze, or the stealth melee. As you can see, there's my gear, so I got the Eldritch, because I'm taking the ZCB in, so I can use that to spec at Nylos, opposed to using a God Book. Just waiting for the team to pull up here. Kevzy's party leader, so obviously he'll be going in. There's a good view of the setup, so one Divine, one Regular, a P-neck for Bloat, an Angler for Bloat, the T for Sot, and I just take one Sandview in. Just a pretty standard 4-way mage switch. T-bow and accurate. Fly one bow here, back on a rapid, and then you can instantly Nylos. 10 defense is fine. Me and Kevzy on tick. Our melee DPS backup BGS. Probably could have bowed there, but decided not to. No real difference. Freeze 2 in the clump. Decide to go and freeze the blood spawn. I don't stand in the clump just in case Kevzy thinks I am going to freeze the 4s that are incoming. I've had that happen a lot of times. We're not in comps here, so it can get confusing sometimes, so I choose to run around. 50 spawning here. I notice that he is late. I see the 3 above his head, so then I catch 3s for him. And then I may as well catch 4s as well, because he's going to catch them and just damage. Decide to freeze the blood. Here I think I am a few ticks behind or in front of Kevzy. Use my ZCB spec since I am wearing the light bearer, and then I bow once, hoping that the scythe procs, which it does. I notice that he has got all, and I continue to scythe the boss down. Now I think I am on tick with it, which I am. Luckily I don't get drained. Still doing my 2-way switch. I think I only need a 1-way with the Blood Fury. I haven't run hard mode tobs in a very long time, but that's Maiden. Sub 2, pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with this setup, if you're wearing a Blood Fury, which I am, just for comfortability, you only need to do a 1-way bow. You don't need to do the cape, so even easier. You're running into Bloat, pick up the salve, eat the anglerfish. And we're coming in here. I like to put my ZCB on for 1 pre-fire because it cannot turn here. And that's pretty much all I do. It's just one single pre-fire. It's a 1 in 16 for a re, so I mean, you'll eventually hit 1. Notice that he turns, so I play a little bit more aggressive since his chance of turning is pretty low again. I know he's going to go down here soon. Big Jelly. Now, I do play this pretty inefficiently here. Because I was a tick late. I probably could have claw scratched and then gotten away with this Chelly, Forsyth Chelly. Instead, I just opt to run. Definitely not the most efficient thing. But I would have been chellying on full defense as well as tanking a stomp and flies, so I think I just opted to tank the stomp, and now I've got Claw's Chelly for the second down. So here's pretty much where your P-neck is brought in for. He can turn, I think it's a 1 in 8 every tick for him to turn. Reference one of Horselord's videos for the actual statistic. However, we don't get the 2 down here. The scythes are pretty bad. I'm also scything on attack EXP. So there's your P-neck T to keep. Now I'm back up to 34 health, so pretty pog. Yeah, I'm scything on accurate because I have 200 mil strength. So I just swing my scythe on the attack style, the accurate style. It's a max hit from memory in the setup with a Blood Fury, but it doesn't really matter too much. Dodge the hand there. That's a good dodge. And pretty standard 3-down bloat nowadays. I mean, we do have someone with a Noxious Heli. You know, that would have been a 2-down if we all had scythes. So, you know, it's 3-down is fine. It used to always be 3-down prior to Scythe Buff Ultor. So you buy your single prayer pot, 2 sharks. 2 sharks are basically for Sotetseg. Coming into Nylo room here, gives you start the room. So as melee freeze, you can watch this. So you do 1, 2, and then you spec on 3rd. I like to scythe this 1 because I have plenty of time to get to my 2, which I do get. It doesn't really matter if 1 stays alive. You're not going to flood the room in hard mode tobs, especially like from 1 still being alive. And as you know, the melee freeze, you pretty much just want to sit on that east channel and just pretty much just kill everything that comes down there. Wave 10, 20, and 30, the boss spawns. You can chelly once throughout the room after specking, and you'll still have enough for a ZCB. You know, I chelly that one at the very start, because the range is not on it, so it's always a higher chance that it just survives. But yeah, as a melee freeze, you should be just pretty much doing this, is staying in your lane, doing some tri-breeding. You know, you can share south if the melee DPS, you know, is occupied somewhere else, but when I run this role, I like to just stay in my little lane here. Make sure you get that 19 pre-fire, that isn't aggro, very important. Now I'm just here clean up the room. I can get 1 more and then the boss spawns. I just double sight this so I can ZCB at the end. And then I go on to my 20 here. South 20 should be taking care of the melee DPS, which it is. Very nice. I decide to T-bow the boss here twice, just to try and get rid of it. I don't have too much going on. I am wearing my Void Helm. Notice that 23 survived, so that's mine, and the 24 is also mine. And here is pretty much when you want to start doing a little bit of maging here, because you don't want these mages to be up too long, these bigs. But it's pretty much just, yeah, stay on your little corner or your little side and just kill bigs as soon as they come in the room. There's a few aggros that need to be taken care of, so I've decided not to kill that 27 and instead take care of these aggros, because I feel like that's more of a priority at this stage, dealing with those aggros, than that big, since we still have the wave 31 to spawn. I move up to see this barrage here, move up to make sure it's not stolen from me. And then we're just on cleanup here. It flickers at the last tick here. So my team took care of the demi, which is good. Leaves you to clean up. I like to stand on this side, and you can do 2 scythes, and I pre-switch into my ZCB. If you do 2 scythes, you can insta ZCB, and then you can pipe and then T-bow. I do lose my gear a little bit here. I think it just goes, yeah, unfavorable switches to what I was pre-switching to. So when it is range, you always want to pre-move in just in case that it becomes mage again, which it has. So here I've noticed that I've just lost my gear completely. Trying to do my best to fix it on the fly. I finally fixed it. Doesn't really matter if you don't get the ancestral top. It's 1 or 2 max hits on mage, but 414, not too bad. You know, sub 930 entry, we're pacing pretty well. Once again, Kevzy starts the room. I was delegated at 1 to 3, so that's why I've moved my maul into the first position there. And it's really just a basic Sotetseg from here. There's really nothing too special. You just hit your specs, coil if you miss, pray against the orbs, and try not to lose too many ticks on the maze. You know, if you've got a team that's pretty experienced with money raids, you can just go quickly. I ping that tile, and then I get to the third, wait 1 tick, and just send it. You know, team's pretty on it. Everyone's on good ping. By good ping, I mean like, you know, sub 100. No one's on like 220 or something. Fortunately, a hammer missed, so I think the backup missed as well. So we have no backups at this point. I decide not to hammer, obviously, because I'm still on the 3 roll. So, I mean, we have 24 defense off. That's heaps. Again, I'm first pick. Wait 1 tick. I think that might have been 2 ticks, and that was not efficient maze pathing. But I saw how low Kevzy's health was, and I just didn't want to risk any misclicks or whatever, so took it pretty safe. Insta hammer straight out of the maze. Mine misses, however, the other hammer does hit, so it's not the end of the world. Could be put down to the Blood Fury being worn instead of the Rancor. However, just the safety for these runs are just really nice, you know. It's not the biggest crutch. Massive jelly, big 8 to get it done. 209, not bad. Didn't use any sharks either. No Vengers going around, so it's really no need for the sharks unless you know, get the death ball and your Blood Fury just doesn't work. Here I always take 2-2. I take that Sam Ewan just because unless you max roll both chest points and you don't take the 2 sharks like I do, then you'll almost never have enough for stamina and 2 potions, 2 Cerebrus as well as 2 restores, but the stamina might not be needed anymore if you're running full max teams and, you know, Verzik dies quick enough. However, I still like to take it just because with a Blood Fury 2-2 is plenty. So P1 Xarpus here. All you want to do is once you have got an your exhume, you kind of want to look to nudge towards someone close to you that also has an exhumed. So here I would nudge closer to the south. However, it was already covered. So just spatial awareness. 1 hammer by us. Other people have the BGS. They insta-zero it, and someone throws a BGS again, which is not the end of the world. I don't think they have claws, so I mean, what else are they going to do? Just not spec, so may as well run a, you know, potential 80. Pretty simple, just 5 ticks up walking here as well. Nothing too fancy. I do a little bit of a pattern here just to avoid a lot of damage. So I usually separate all my scythe walking by 2 tiles. There I rag. One of the tiles I have marked. It's hard mode tob, so it's not really important. As long as you have 1 tile free on your quadrant, you'll be fine. So just even more HP conservation.
Sheesh.
Here I notice that I'm on the tick to attack as soon as it looks, so I do a claw scratch. You can claw scratch as long as you're above, you know, like 85 health or so. With piety and potted, claw scratch won't kill you if you're above 85 health. So if you know that you're going to swing on the tick that it's going to look, you should probably claw scratch. The DPS is that you don't lose DPS, theoretically. The damage still goes through to Xarpus, even though it's reflected back to you. He still takes the damage that you dealt. So coming into Verzik, the only thing that might be different is that we do 1-1-2. Kevzy, like, one tick starts this, and I almost don't get this. But we do get it off. Usually I like to have my blowpipe right above where my thing's gonna, where the Dawnbringer's gonna go into my inventory. And then we're just standard 1-1-2 with a light bearer. With a light bearer, it's very efficient. You get your spec back for P2. So this is very good damage. From memory, yeah, my staff here kills it, I think. Yeah, so very, very good damage. You want to keep the light bearer on and just until your first scythe. If you're going to scythe it once, if you have to scythe it once with the light bearer on, that's, you know, not the end of the world, but I do keep it on. I try and do some sort of boac here. Definitely not the best idea with hard mode Tob, since DD boac is almost never done. So, I mean, I copped to 17, could have been worse, could have been better, but at the end of the day, it's whatever. I'm still high HP. I always pray range here. I notice none of my teammates are praying range, which is, you know, that's up to them. If they don't want to pray range, that's fine. But, you know, we're just getting the KC, so may as well. And, you know, 2-2 is plenty. You can pray range the entire time, and piety will be fine. You know, I never really fully run out of restore. So just simple, basic P2 Verzik. Can't remember if we get another set of crabs. I think, yeah, we do. Here's a set of crabs. But, you know, they're both on me. I'm able to pop them both and then get onto the red crab. So, 0 pop. 0 damage pop, I should say. I lose a tick here. I am not sure what I was thinking. I think I wanted to scythe the crab. Noticed that it wasn't worth scything on my 5 tick, so I think I tried to correct it, and then I just didn't. I wasted a tick clicking a tile, but it's fine. Pretty easy 2 down. So even with brain range, I still have a whole restore for P3. It's fine. I go up to this boac tile. I think it's value as long as tank's south and you have these people on either side. I think it's just value to for everyone to spread around, or else it gets a little bit too messy. So here, you're just instantly able to see. So I see I got 2 crabs straight up on me. Pretty bad pop on the melee one to the east. However, it was only a 33. I was, you know, high health. Brew super combating here. It's all good. So that's the value in having someone north. I like to think that no one else had to lose DPS. I lost 30 health. That is, you know, an immense gain. Negative, like minus 30 health, and no one lost any ticks with their scythe or their Noxious Heli. So here we set up the insta-pog tank. Claw on north side, and yeah, we just pog tank every corner. Once we get to the north side again, so after this hit, I switch to the claws. Just a scratch, and then you can chally here. If you didn't scratch on that north side, you actually wouldn't be able to get one more hit on that southeast side. So yeah, you should claw scratch. I think it's value because you're just picking up a hit basically. So whatever the claw hits, and then just getting into Pog Tank here. Really nothing else left to say. It's healed. I could have been brewing while Pog Tanking, but you know, it's almost dead here. And that's it. You know, 1925. Pretty good money run. I don't know if it's really money if you're wearing a Blood Fury, but at the end of the day, there is the board. So I hope this helps anyone that's looking for an example on what a hard mode Tob 4's GM run should look like. These are pretty standard monies that we were doing, so I decided to record one. And yeah, like, not everyone was in biz. Someone had a Noxious Heli, only 2 of us had Torva, someone didn't have claws, so very doable with the gear nowadays. And yeah, I hope this helps someone at any point. Thanks for watching.